Today I'm going to show you how to make caramel for a caramel cake, and you only want to make this icing when your cake layers have cooled completely. You're going to start by getting a large saucepan or a heavy bottom pot, and don't underestimate the size of your pot. This mixture will expand once it's heated, and if you're not careful, it will spill everywhere. So into my pot goes 4 cups of heavy whipping cream, 2 packed cups of light brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of light corn syrup, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now, I'm just going to let you know that I am making this recipe without a thermometer, because a candy thermometer, because I've made this plenty of times, and I know the signs to look for when the caramel is ready for the cake. So I will highly suggest, if this is your first time doing this, to get you a candy thermometer, and you're going to want your candy thermometer to read around 230 to 234 degrees, and that's going to be the stage where you're going to pull this off. So I know right now this doesn't look like much, it just looks like a liquidy soup, but trust the process. Once you get everything combined, you're going to just bring the mixture to a boil over medium heat, and you're going to stir it constantly until the caramel thickens and darkens in color. So, like right now, what you see, if the mixture starts to boil too fast, of course, go ahead and adjust your heat, because at this rate that it's going right here, it will expand, and sometimes it'll want to come out of the pot on you. So, go ahead and adjust your heat accordingly. And I'm just showing you how liquidy it was. And at this point right now, I've been cooking the caramel for maybe 18 minutes, and we are almost there, but not quite. So you just want to continue to stir it, and make sure you stand by. Don't walk away from it. Just keep stirring it until you reach a dark amber color. And as your mixture becomes closer and closer to the stage where you are going to pull it off the heat, it'll start to slow down. It'll reduce drastically, and the boiling, the rate at which it boils, it'll slow down. So like you see here, it's not ready yet, and I'm still just stirring and stirring and stirring. That's what you're going to do the majority of the time, is you're just going to constantly stir this mixture, making sure to get that sugar dissolved. Because if you don't get that sugar dissolved, or you pull it off too early, the mixture could separate on you, or you can have like a grainy textured caramel on your cake, and that's going to be basically not caramelized. It's going to be crystallized sugar in the mixture. Once it cools down and it sets, you're going to get crunchy bits in your caramel. And here we are now, finally at that stage where I add in some vanilla extract. Once I add that vanilla extract in, I stir it in real good, and then I take it off the stove. I get it off the heat immediately. And at this point, the caramel is thick, it's at the right color, the right temperature, and it's ready to assemble the cake. And I don't let this mixture cool at all, because once you let it cool, it sets really quick. And I have 3 layers to work with here, and I'm just going to go ahead and pour the caramel over this layer and let you see how easily it spreads once it's really hot. Now, I'm towards the end of the cake now, and you can see how that spread has pretty much slowed down. It's not as hot as it was, and I give the cake a little push because I noticed that it's kind of leaning right there and it doesn't give. So the caramel has definitely started to set really well. And you don't want to force the caramel to move around, because you could risk separation, like it'll separate on you, and you don't want that. Just let it fall where it falls, and it's still going to be beautiful, and it's still going to be delicious. I mean, look at this. So definitely try this recipe out. You won't be disappointed. And let me know how it turns out for you in the comment section. Also, if you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.